lesson we'll go through triangles, so you should be able to understand the features of a triangle, identify and name the 3 types of triangles, and then you can draw triangles. So we'll go through the 3 types of triangles. So the first type is scalene. They have 3 different sides and 3 different angles. So you have 3 sides to a triangle. All of them should be different lengths. So for example, if you draw a triangle, you have 3 centimeters here, 1 centimeter here, and then this long one can be 4 centimeters. All the sides are different, so we call it scalene. Isosceles triangle, you have 2 sides that are the same, and then 2 angles that are the same. The 2 sides that are the same will be marked with a line. So this one has 2 lines. So side 1 and side 2. All that means is side 1 and 2 are the same. The 2 angles are in red, that means they're going to be the same angle. Okay, for example, we have our triangle here. We'll mark it with the line that are the same. And then let's say this is 30 degrees and this is 30 degrees. So the angles are both 30 degrees, they're the same. The length, let's call it 2 centimeters and 2 centimeters. And then because the 2 sides are the same, the last one will be different, 4 centimeters. Same with the triangle. The last one will be different, be 120 degrees. And then we call this isosceles triangles. Last type of triangle is equilateral. All 3 sides are the same, and all 3 angles are the same. So you have a triangle, all the sides will be marked the same, because it is the same length, so they'll all be 2 centimeters. The angles are always 60 degrees in the equilateral triangle. So all of the angles are 60 degrees. So you need to make sure you know each of the types of triangles. Okay. Second part, triangles can also be named after their angles. So if all the angles less than 90, so any number smaller than 90 for the angle. Let's do an example. 45, 55, and 780. All of them are smaller than 90, so we call it acute angle, acute triangle. Right triangle, they have one right angle here. That's your right angle symbol. If they have one of that, we could just call it a right triangle, as long as they have that one part. And then the last one, they have one obtuse angle. So remember, obtuse angle bigger than 180, but it's less than 270 degrees. So bigger than 90 and then less than 180. So that's your obtuse angle. So as long as your angle is bigger than 90 but smaller than 180, then that will be called an obtuse triangle. So if we have an example, let's say this is 120 degrees. One of your angles is bigger than 90, less than 180. We call it an obtuse triangle. Okay, we'll do a couple of examples. So part 1, identify the triangle by its lengths. So you have 2 same sides because they are both marked the same. And then you have a 90-degree angle here, but you also have an angle here, an angle here. This one will be 45. This one will be 45. They have to be the same because your 2 sides are the same. So if you have 2 sides the same, 2 angles the same, it's called an isosceles triangle. So make sure you check with this slide. It's the middle one. They have two sides the same and two angles the same. Okay, second triangle, you see all the angles are the same because they're marked with the same line. So you look back 2 slides, which one has all the sides the same? So 3 equal sides, we call it equilateral. So this is called equilateral triangle. All right, part 2. So part 2, they ask us to name the triangles based on their angle. So the first one, we have a right angle here, which already makes it special, because if you have a right angle, like in this one, all we need to do is call it a right triangle. So we can call this first one the right triangle. Second one, remember all the sides are the same, so all the angles inside need to be 60 degrees. So then which triangle is all the angles less than 90? The acute triangle. So we'll call this triangle the acute triangle, because all the angles are smaller than 90. Okay, last slide, you have to make sure you can draw a triangle. So you have a triangle labeled A, B, and C. Okay, you have a point A until you hit point B. In person, you're going to use your ruler, and then you're going to make a straight line. So you're going to measure 4 centimeters on your ruler, and then connect it with a straight line. Next thing, your angle A, B, and C needs to be 45. So your angle here needs to be 45 degrees between A, B, and C. So your C can be here. And then you're going to measure 45 degrees with your protractor before you draw your line. And then the last bit is BAC, which means angle A, because the angle is in the middle. So BAC, angle A needs to be 60 degrees. Measure it with your protractor. And then make sure this is 60 degrees. So make sure you're using your protractor and rulers when you draw triangles.